Hey guys, welcome to another Bitcoin Builder video, and in this video we're going to take a quick look at 1inch and we'll look at some price predictions as well as some of the fundamental data that I think is contributing to its growth. So first off, we have a chart here with KuCoin. It's made a high of $4.68. So before we jump into some of the pricing, let's look real quick at some of the metrics. Right now, the market cap is $420 million. That puts it at a ranking of 78, at least on CoinGecko. And we've got a circulating supply of 96 million, and that's out of 1.5 billion total. But we will not see that number circulating until 2024. So as of right now, this is the number that we want to work with. And we've got lots of volume taking place, $700 million in the last 24 hours, so that's really good as well. But as far as when I was looking at this, some of my targets, my first target was $10. When I looked at this coin and I first started evaluating it, I said this is easily going to be a $10 coin. All right, so if that is the case, then with our current pricing, you know, it's got another 133% of gains to go. My immediate secondary target was at $20. Now, if price goes to $20, there's another 360% in gains from current prices. Now, if price hits $10, then that puts the market cap over here at $960 million. Now, if we look at the current market cap listing, that would put us right here around position number 47. Yearn Finance has a market cap of $940 million. So for a coin like 1inch to be ranked as high as number 47, up here with tokens like Avalanche, like what is that? FTX token, that is not unrealistic at all. Especially if you wanted to be conservative and project that out into time over the next 6 months or even 1 year. Although I think that by that time frame it's going to be a lot higher than $10. But even just if that's all we did and we wanted to be conservative and say, okay, we'll give it 6 months to a year, you're not only factoring in the growth of 1inch versus the current market conditions. You know, now you're talking about 1inch competing with all of these other coins for market cap share. You're also talking about the additional growth that's going to come into the crypto space. So we're talking now about total market cap, $1 trillion right now. And if you stretch that out over 6 months to a year, would you be implying that this market cap is not going to grow at all? That it's going to stay at $1 trillion? That no more money is going to come into cryptocurrencies? I don't think so. This market cap will go up 10 to 20 times this year. And so because of that, all of these coins' prices will go up. So even if 1inch did not advance against all of these other coins, a lot of which are legitimate shit coins, and that it could easily jump over anyways, but even if it didn't do that, just by the overall increasing amount of money coming into the crypto sphere, the idea that 1inch would go up and hit a market cap of basically double what it is now, or a little bit more than that, is completely within the realm of possibility. That's like saying I think that the sun is going to rise tomorrow morning. Now, if price were to go to $20, that would put the market cap at 1.9 billion, roughly, with the current supply of tokens. And so if we look here, that would put them somewhere around 25 by market cap. So to be in the top 25% of coins by market cap, again, I think is totally doable for a coin like 1inch. We're not talking about some random shit coin. We're talking about 1inch, and we'll talk more about 1inch here in a second. So those were my first two initial price targets that I think are virtually guaranteed to be hit. $10 and then $20 after that. Of course, there's going to be some fluctuations in between. I'm not saying that this candle is going to go straight to $20. There's going to be some sell-offs and whatnot in between. I cannot say how it's going to get there, but I think that it will get there, and it'll probably get there sooner than later. This is not financial advice. You've got to make your own decisions on this. This is just my opinion. So I don't want to go too deep into fundamentals on 1inch. I mean, you can go to the exchange and see what's going on over there. You can read about them, and you can, take a look and see all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you need to be doing anyways. I just want to look at a few basic things. And one of the first things I think are important to look at is the unlock schedule of the tokens. We can see that it's not until June, at least according to their numbers here in this graph, that the next set of tokens will be unlocked. Now, if there's something that goes on before this, I've not seen it, but at least according to this chart, we can see that. We can see by the end of 2021, we'll have another unlock period. They'll have a total of 500 million circulating coins. But in the meantime, we know we're working with 96 million. And by 2024, we're going to be at the full 1.5 billion. So all of these unlock periods will have a damping effect on the price. But I don't think that it's going to have that dampening effect on the overall market cap. I think that will continue to grow, and potentially that will keep pace with these unlock periods, which will allow the price to continue to either hold steady or continue advancing. So obviously 1inch is a decentralized exchange just like Uniswap and others, but one of the unique things about it is that it's an aggregated exchange, so it pulls pricing from multiple different sources and allows you to get the best price between all of these different decentralized exchanges. And you really do end up getting a substantial price compared to if you're going through anybody else or even a centralized exchange. So the pricing on your trades or your token swaps can be dramatically lower. That right there, I think, is going to be a huge factor in their success. So they've already positioned themselves in a sector of crypto that's growing like wildfire, with decentralized finance and also decentralized exchanges. So they've got two things going for them there. There's not a lot of competition when it comes to decentralized exchanges. Yes, there's all of these other ones that are out there, but most people, let's be honest, they're using Uniswap. Now, some people are using these other ones, but really what it comes down to is Uniswap has gobbled up the majority of the business. 1inch is a direct competitor with Uniswap. I mean, you can just look at their logo and see right there that these guys are competing. You can see who they're competing with. And of course, being that you're basically tapping into all of these other exchanges and their liquidity and their pricing when you're using 1inch, that just gives them an advantage that's head and shoulders above Uniswap or any of these other guys. So we could stop right there and say that these guys are going to be giving Uniswap a run for their money, if not be, going neck and neck, competing with them, taking away their business, taking away their market share, and that alone can contribute to some of the price targets that I just mentioned. But let's take it a step further, because we know we're dealing with crypto. Sometimes we got to factor in things that don't even think that they would play a part. Like memes, for example. How many times have we seen coins get pumped based on nothing but a meme? Well, here's your memes. It's right in their literature. There's Pepe right there. We can go to the exchange. There's Pepe right there, right on the website. We've got farming built in right into the website. Super easy to use if you're into that kind of thing. You can go into any of these. They've got these pools, APYs of 100% or more, and they're coming out with more all the time. How about their logo? I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty cool looking logo, especially when you compare it to their competition. I mean, seriously, if you had the choice, where would you put your money? If you got $100,000, do you want to put it with these guys? Or do you want to put it with these guys? Or maybe you want to put it over here with these guys. I mean, what is that? If I've got $100,000 or $500,000, and again, obviously Sushi Swap is fine, Uniswap is great, but I'm just talking from a subliminal, like a subconscious factor here. This is marketing 101. Where are you going to be attracted to? If you have a large sum of money and you want to invest that money, or you want to deal with the markets, which looks more, what are you going to gravitate towards more? That, this, or these guys? I don't know about you, but I'm putting my money right here. And how about their name, 1inch? What's that all about? Well, 1inch is a reference to Bruce Lee's famous 1-inch punch. Like, how's that for a power name? I mean, what, Uniswap? Like, what is that? Sushi Swap? Like, so again, when it comes right down to it, this is just nothing more than marketing. People are going to go here just for these reasons alone. They're going to go here just because they've got memes. And they're also going to come here because they have the best pricing. And that leads me to my final price prediction, or maybe not even a prediction per se, but just something to think about here. When we look at Uniswap as maybe their closest competitor, and we look at their place here, position number 13 by market cap, we see that they've got a market cap of almost $5.3 billion. So here's something to think about. If 1inch had a similar market cap to Uniswap right now with the current circulating supply, the price tag would be over $50 per token. Now, can 1inch get to this point? I'll let you decide, but I don't see any reason why they couldn't do it. You say, well, I don't know, that's a pretty substantial gain. We're talking about 1,000% gain from current price levels. We just have to remember where we're at. Over the course of a year, where dozens of shitcoins are likely to experience 2,000 or 3,000% gains, do you think that it's unreasonable that a high-powered coin like 1inch could not make 1,000% gains starting from the beginning of the year and stretching out over 1 year? Let's not forget what these markets can do. Here's Aave. From August of 2019 up until the present time, it's experienced gains of over 100,000% in a year and a half. So we don't want to make the mistake and underestimate what these markets can do. So do I think that 1inch could make it to $50? Absolutely, I think I could make it a lot higher than that. But this is just my opinion, and it's certainly not the only coin out there that you could be investing in that could give you great returns. It's just one that I think has a lot of potential right now because it is currently fairly low by market cap, which means it has a lot of room to grow. If you were to look at Uniswap, it's ranked number 13, so there's not quite as much room for it to make gains. You're not going to see Uniswap or 1inch bumping Ethereum out of position number 2 anytime soon. That's not going to happen. So the higher it gets in market cap, the less gains you potentially can make. So lower down in market cap, obviously we can get bigger gains, but at the same time we're taking more risk. The thing about with 1inch is we're fairly low in market cap, but the risk, in my opinion, is extremely low just because of everything that I've covered. These guys are going to be a powerhouse, yet the money hasn't flown in yet. These are the gold nuggets that you find when you're combing through and doing your research and looking for the best plays to make. You want to find good quality coins like this that have not gotten an inflow of money yet, and that's where you're going to make the big returns. So hopefully you guys found that video useful in some way. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video.